Hey guys, thanks for giving me some of your time to touch on the Elektra brand Alpha family of amplifiers. We have everything from 4-channel monoblocks, large power competition-based amplifiers, multi-channel for your integration, and your smaller monoblocks for the guys looking for just a little bit of power to power their underseat truck enclosures or maybe smaller hatch systems. There's sort of a fit for everything. It's kind of one-stop shop. You don't need more than just this family amplifier to really fill anyone's needs. Some of the key features are protection circuitry, high, low, and thermal protection across the brand, bass knobs included with all the sub amps, the good crossovers. The 4-channel here allows you to run active because it goes from 40 all the way up to 4K. So you're able to set up your tweeters or your mids and dial them in, make sure that they have the proper high pass filters to protect them. You've got Sub-Harmonic Dials on the amplifiers instead of toggle switches, which is really nice because a lot of the systems that have a toggle, you only get the choice of 25 or 35, and sometimes you need somewhere in between, so it's nice to have an analog dial. Clip lights included on all of these silver amplifiers here, on all independent channels. So that means that even the multi-channel has front, rear, and sub clip light. So easy, quick setup if you're a do-it-yourself guy or just a retailer looking to be more profitable and do things a little bit quicker. It allows you to have the product that's going to get that done. You don't need fancy test equipment to set these up. Like they do make it very easy to make a nice clean setup. All of them are underrated. So all the power ratings on the amplifiers, whether it's the 504, the 1200, the 1105, or the 801, they all are underrated. So that's really important. These two monoblocks are stable to 1 ohm on the channels. The multi-channel is 2 ohm on the sub-channel, and all the mid-ranges are 4 ohm bridgeable or 2 ohm stereo. So you're able to get the power that you need to the way you need it. So that being said, I touched on some of the power output. So on the 4-channel, you're looking at 125 by 4 at 4 ohm or 240 by 4 at 2 ohm, which is a great producer. There's a ton of power that for most active systems or even ones running passive crossovers, you're gonna have more than enough power for what you need. The 801 monoblock is going to be 400 watts RMS into 4, 600 at 2, and 800 into 1. Now those are underrated. You'll probably see better than rated results across the board. So you at least get your $800 or 800 watts. So your dollar per watt is always a very honest figuring, which is important because even though this is a value-based brand, that these amplifiers are very cost effective. At the same time, you're getting nice honest results, free bass knobs, platinum connections, 45-degree connections allow for really tight, good surface area. The power connections are about 1 inch deep, so you get a ton of wire in there. You're gonna have nice, clean connections. So there's a lot of value across the brand. This big 4500 here, this big guy, he does 4500s at 1 ohm. Just a ton of power. Still 3,000 watts at 2 ohm. And that's an underrated number. We'll have some test results proving that these guys all prove to be powerhouses in any category. Now the 1105, that guy there, he is 80 watts RMS and 300 on the sub-channel at 4 ohm, and then you get into it and you're 150 by 4 and you're looking at 500 RMS on the sub-channel. So that would produce enough power to have any good system run a pair of 10s on that and run your passive crossovers that are a little bit hungry for power, or run up to 8 speakers on that channel and get good output. Very efficient power supplies, very little heat, nice heat sink that's going to help dissipate what heat does come up. So when you're limited in room, it's nice to have a good quality heat sink that's going to move some air. Even if you're not running it super hard, it's nice to keep things cool. And then this guy here, the 1200, this guy, you're looking at around the 600 in 4, 1,000 at 2, and 1,200 at 1. Now, like I said, they're all underrated, so you're going to get at least that much power. It's been my experience that actually, I just ran one of these guys on last weekend at a comp, and I clamped close to 1,000 watts, including box, right? So that definitely was producing at least 1,200 watts. So it's a really great value across the brand. Nice clean installs, nice clean connections. Power and speaker on one side, and then your preamp is on the other. So they do install. So if you are the type of person that likes a nice clean install, then we can have them lay out very similar, so that your flow of input and output comes in one side and goes out the other. It makes for a nice clean install. And yeah, it's really, if you're looking at an amplifier and you're wanting to support, a brand that's handled here in Canada, we're distributing out of Alberta, Western Canada. So if you guys need anything, let us know. It's canashop.ca for the online, or you can contact us here at Last Resort, and I can get you into whatever you guys need, whether it's the amplifiers or the respective speakers. If you have questions about impedances on the subwoofers, we can help you out with that too. Thanks for your time.